Okay, so we're just gonna have to try that for the video quality for now. Anyway, so what I'm working on right now is this rigging this facial rig right now. On it I've got several different components to the rig. I've got the arms, the legs, all that stuff. Right now I'm working on the face. So basically what I am working on right now is getting these right here, these drivers, these shape key values, to be controlled by this little control board over here, which is controlled by via this bone. So to do that, I have to use drivers. This might be kind of boring since it's a lot of technical stuff, but if you're able to follow along, great. So basically right here we've got our variables, and the variable is that whenever this moves along the x-axis, we've got different values that are outputted. So we've got 0.108. So what I want to happen is this driver value right here to be at 1, and this is equal to 0.108. But the best thing to do is to create an equation for it, and that is definitely going to be the harder part, because when this bone moves over to the other side, we get a negative value. But I want that when it's 0 or less than 0, I want the driver value of A to still be 0. Let's see here. So X is going to be our variable. So when X is 0 or less than 0, then Y needs to equal 0. But when X equals 0.108, Y needs to equal 1. If that makes any sense. No, what I'm creating is a Minecraft rig. So it's a 3D model right here that I'm able to animate. Make that a little bit bigger so you can see better. So basically I can use these bones and stuff to gotta turn it on first. If it will. It's not really working. Why is it not working? Oh, okay. So I've got basically this Minecraft model that is able to move, and basically I'm able to control it with these controls that I've set up to create poses and stuff. So open up the palm, go ahead and put that back down, grab these, so basically I'm able to create animations with this. Yeah, I'm here. Are you there? No, you're not there. Let's see here. The eyebrows are directly... So if you look on the side view, you'll notice that they're off the mesh a little bit. But I can keep them close, up above a little bit, or over to the side. I've got a lot of pledge room on it. Well, if you're on the Twitch page, the program I'm using is right there below the video. It's called Blender. So basically everything here I've made myself. On the face, right now, what I'm trying to do is make it so I can get him to start talking when I need him to. It's called voice syncing. There should be easy... So mine needs to be full. Funny. Alright, so I'm going to grab a calculator real quick. And so 1 divided by 0.108 equals... what? 1 divided by 0.108. Okay, equals 9.25. Or 9.26. 9.26 if rounded to the 10th decimal. And so in the scripted version, I'm going to go the variable times 9.26 and I want it to be there we go, see? So whenever I grab this, likes to, so if I move it over here, his mouth opens up like that, but if I go over here, the mouth doesn't do anything. So, if I click the head and just go ahead and grab that same equation, and then go over to E, set everything up again. Hook it up to valves. I want it on the X location. I want the same equation, but I want it to be negative, because I want it to be the reverse. And I want this to be on the Y location, though. There we go. Local space, and that should be everything. So if I move it down, it should work, but it's not. Oh, it's because it's got to be the Z location. There we go. So now I've got two of them rigged up. So, I'm going to go ahead and go to O. I want this to be the X location, local space, flip control, vowels, same, but negative, and then just add the last one for U. Flip controls, X location, local space, vowels, equation, positive, oops, not the Y rotation, there we go. Oh, that's right, Z location. I always forget that the Z is up and down on this. And voila, we now have a talking Steve. But that's not done. He's not done. No sir. He's got a little bit more work to do. So what I need to do now is I want him to be able to smile and frown. So right below these lip controls that let him talk, I want to add a bone right down here, or a controller, left and right, that will make him smile or frown. So I need to find the center of this, which is pretty easy. And then go in here, add a new controller, move it over into the center, and then I need to name it Smile Frown. There we go. So once it's all like that, I can go ahead and start hooking it up to work. I need to tell it that I don't want it to rotate, so that's already all done. And then I need to tell it I don't want it to go past 0.014. No, 0.1075. So I don't want it moving on the Z at all. That's what's going on. Okay. So that we already got our slider set up like that. And I can go ahead and okay. Jump over to here. Now as you can see, I've already got these two. I've already got the drivers for the smiling and frowning set up. So if I click this and open the mouth a little bit, make him smile, and then when he's talking, he's now smiling. Turn that off, turn on the frown, same thing happens. So, I'm going to go ahead and turn that off and hook it up to the slider. So, fairly simple as well. Add driver, basically the same as what we did before. X location, local space, lip control, and smile frown. I want this one to be smile. And so basically it's the same equation as before. Oh. Okay. So when I move it over to one of these, he should smile. We need to open up his mouth a little bit so we can tell. There we go. So over to the left, he's smiling. I kind of want it to be the other way around, so just make that negative. So he's smiling when you go over to the left. And then come over here. Lip control. Smile, frown. So it's frown. Frown. Just like that. Local space. And so now he frowns. Frown, smile, frown, smile. Here, I'll make his mouth bigger so you can see. Okay. So we've got the basic control set up for his mouth. What else did I have to do? I'm just going to kind of go through right now and double check everything, make sure it's working good. And how I want it. So some of these I might want to switch around. So like if I go over into this corner, it's a mixture of two different shape keys. And I really want to find the combination that works best together. So that works the way I want it to. Looks like I got the combination pretty close to what I want. So now, I could do a pose like that, make him smiling. Now, the other thing that I want to do, I think I'm going to be able to do it at least, without completely messing this up. I throw this down like that, G, and then I want to add another controller. Actually, I don't think I need to add another controller for that. Let's see. If I want him smiling, or it should work just like that. Yeah. Okay. Am I winning what? Yes, we are winning. From what? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do a test pose. To be looking a bit more towards the camera. Oops. Yeah, he kind of looks creepy a little bit. Let me see. Is he? Well, we'll see when we render it out. Let's try positioning the camera. Right about there. Maybe like that. We're gonna assume he's trying to sell us something. Trying to go for a pose like that. Oops. Okay. Let's see here. Wrong button. There we go. It'll take a minute to render. But while we wait for it to render... Okay, so yeah, it's coming out pretty nice. He looks a little funny with his other hand not having fingers, so I might want to add that into this pose. Kind of looks like he's missing a hand. Little thumbs. Yeah, rendering isn't always very long. Yeah, it looks a little bit more creepy in the 3D viewport. But maybe maybe remove that kind of like lisp thing he's got on his top lip. So what I'm going to go ahead and do now, I want to get these, whoops, try and find a pose for the other hand. Here, why don't you guys suggest a test pose I should do? I want to see what you guys would like to see. And there's a little bit of delay, so I mean I asked this question a few minutes ago, so there's going to be a little bit of a pause until I actually get your guys' feedback. Michael Jackson. I wouldn't even know what kind of pose to do for him. Jazz hands. I wouldn't know what kind of pose that is either. Okay, I could do that. So, it's looking up. Looking up at the and it looks like I'm gonna have to do some tweaking right here on his body, because it's following too much of his head rotation there. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. Just take a quick moment. These vertices to be removed from the head control, provided the head is actually named the head, which it isn't, so we'll call it the head. There it is, head. I'm to remove them from that vertex group. Should clean it up a little bit. Not enough, so we want to remove these vertices too. Okay, so it's not a problem with the head, it's some other rigging issue. I'll look into that later. Okay, so let's try closing all this up, like so. And rotating on the Z a little bit. Rotate on the Y. Like so. And then you said pointing in the air, okay. Oh, I was trying to force choke someone. That's what it looks like. Okay, I want these over here, like that, and I need that one like that. And I think this is the pose we want, or camera view at least. And I guess we can bring the leg up like this, like he's standing on something, hypothetically. And kind of clear up some of this extra rendering room. And rendering, okay. Seems to be rendering pretty fast this time. Again, I'll need to clean up that little vertex group error there. I'm pretty sure it has something to do with the extra rotational I put in the spine. I think I put too much flexibility in there, which is easy fix, just a few settings. Finger looks a little weird. Let's see here. I can fix that pretty easy. Shouldn't be too hard. Bring out those fingers. Like that. Got a little variation, no variation, and bringing the thumb all the way like that, and maybe if I go like that, and there we go. Now that should look more like a hand, and then I'll just re-render that section with the hand. And re-render that into it. Oops. Pushed the wrong button again. It's Shift B, not Alt B. There we go, we have him pointing into space in wonder. Something like that. Although his palms are still extended there. Thought I put those back. Maybe I didn't. Oh, I just did one. That would explain it. There we go. And this time we can do the Shift B, re-render that. D-Space Adventure. Owitz. What is that? So I'll go ahead and get that rendering in the background. Whoops. Have to get rid of that Shift B again. So I'll get that rendering in the background. And I'll send that off to you guys so you can actually have a copy of that. And while that's rendering, is there any other poses you guys want to test out, or is that about it? Because I think that's going to about end the stream for today. that is, I'll go ahead and put that as space look. Is that what it's called? Space look? What would you call that? What is that stance called? I'll just call it pose 1. Live stream pose 1. No, I'll post that on YouTube. I mean on Twitter. Any other poses you guys want to do? I was thinking it'd be really funny to do a close-up of him twitching. If there's no other suggestions. Oops. Okay, there we go. It's kind of him twitching. There we go, like that. Or winking. Could do one of those. Maybe this is supposed to be a bigger one. I'll make this a smaller one. Doesn't really look like twitching, does it? Yeah, something like that. How long has this been going for? It's been going for about an hour, almost 45 minutes. I was going to end at 1. That way it wouldn't be too ridiculous to upload to YouTube. Seems like there should be a better pose for twitching. Don't you think? So does this look like a good pose? Twitching pose. A good twitching pose for Twitch. There we go, that's a bit more of a better twitch. Looks cool. Thanks. So maybe that little eye adjustment there might work a little better. Maybe. What do you think? Sweet. Okay, let's render that out. And then after this finishes rendering, I'll go ahead and finish this live stream and then post it up on YouTube. And then I hope to be able to do these live streams a bit more often. I've still got to go through different character creations. I want to get a bit more lip control in there, as well as I really want to live stream the animal creation, because I'm going to be going through making the sheep, the cows, a whole bunch of other stuff. So maybe I'll be able to do live streams of that too. Yeah, I can see what you guys are saying in the chat. I'm dual screening right now, so I have the chat opened up on my other screen. Just gonna raise that eyebrow just a little bit. Okay. So, any questions? Well, I have Twitch open with the chat thing. Yeah. So I'll go ahead and keep that pose. Of course, there's a whole bunch of fiddling you can do with it, but yeah. Sure, what's your question? Oh, okay. What about the eyes? How come with the pupils it stretches instead of staying the same shape? Okay, so what I did was I basically locked in, when I scale the eyes, I locked in the scaling proportion so it wouldn't scale on the y-axis, which is going outwards, and it only scales on the z and x. That way it doesn't come bulging out of the face. Thank you. Oh, okay. So you're actually asking why did I scale the eyes a little bit. Kind of just for a cartoon appearance. You're right, it might look a little bad that way. I'll try scaling it back and see how it looks. Maybe bring that up just a little bit. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, I'd have to say it looks a little bit better, for sure. So yeah. Alright, thanks everyone for coming. Again, I hope to be able to do a little bit more live streaming. This one was kind of boring, it's the first one. But I would definitely want to do streaming with the animation, so that way you guys can come along with that, because that's the funnest part of doing all this. The rigging, it's kind of fun, because then you gotta get to see it come into life. But the animated is really where it really starts doing the storytelling and stuff. I don't know if you guys are interested in doing me live streaming the creation of the animals, but if you do, that's good. I won't be doing, I'll probably do some live streaming of some of the character creation too, but not for some of them. Some of the characters I'm going to kind of keep under wraps until it's actually on YouTube. That way it's more of a surprise of what's coming along. Because some of the stuff, you want to keep it that way. But yeah. And just about finished. Well, at least on the Twitch side. Twitch is taking a little bit longer than it's actually done on my computer. But Twitch, it's like full 3 minutes behind. And there we go. There's the finished image. I'll go ahead and save it to livestream.pose.2. I'll put those on Twitter so you can download them if you want. And that's it. So thanks everyone for coming. See you all later.